p.m. ready to rock and roll. Gonna continue doing the WisprFlow clone. I got really close. This is a logo I'm working on. Got really close to getting it where I want. I wasn't able to finish it on stream earlier because I had to dip, but hopefully we'll finish it here in a second and then get it deployed, put it on GitHub, and maybe make it available for people for free download or something. So yeah. All right. So let's get rocking. I'm going to delete these because I want a new logo. Move to trash. Let's grab downloads. Is it this one? No. That's this one. Gotta delete this source. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm not a very good designer, so any logo that I come up with is just purely like a one sentence. Do this for me and make it liquid glass. Source. We're gonna drag and drop this source into. Yikes. Don't know what those are. Delete these little cuties because I'm gonna auto-generate all of the icons, which I didn't know I could do until I asked Claude. Drag and drop this into icon, source PNG. I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's not like super high res, but whatever. So we can actually go and generate all of the different icon sizes with Tari, with PNPM, Tari, icon, and then the directory for the original icon, which is a 128 by 128. At least it should be. But yeah, and so you'll see this populate here in a second, all the different icons for the different platforms and stuff. And now, currently, if we go to the directory where Soku is, it's this old one. But now if we go back and build the app, let's see if we get the new ones in there. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so it did update it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's not terrible, but it's doable. It's doable. All right, so now we go back in here and it's the new one. And so we can, oh shoot, I always forget, it's just Command N. For a new file, we'll go to Applications and just drag and drop Soku voice. It was already in there from earlier, so we're going to replace it. Soku voice is in use. So delete or cancel that. Drag and drop into applications. Now it's in there. We're Gucci. Now if we go down to Soku voice, we can see this little cutie in there. It would be advantageous of me to make this logo a little bit bigger like the other ones because you can barely see it. But whatever. Let's open it. And hopefully it gives us some prompts. Soku voice wants confirmation. I know 26, yeah. I want to remove this requirement from I want to remove this requirement from I'm going to take a screenshot of this actually. Hopefully it lets me. Because I don't like that it's asking me this. Because if I'm gonna give this to someone else, like for free, just let them download this GitHub repository to use a quote unquote WisprFlow for free. I don't want, like, this is gonna freak someone out. It freaks me out, and it's my computer, you know, and I made this. So we'll do it for now. Yo, what up, bro? I'm currently completing my side quest. I don't know if you were here yesterday. I think you were here yesterday. I said I was gonna do a side quest today of building a WisprFlow clone. Because remember yesterday I ran out of free usage. It was like 2,000 words for a week. And I was like, I'm fairly certain I can just build this on my own and host it locally. I say host locally. Like you don't even have to host anything. I found a local model that I just downloaded. And so I'm currently seeing the big reveal, if it actually works or not. I worked on it a little bit earlier. I streamed earlier for about an hour and a half before I had to dip out. But you're getting to see the big reveal, dude. Let's see if it works. So new, where'd you go? Okay, it's right here. So, okay, so it did work. I forgot. It doesn't open the user panel, so like it's right here, which is so sick to see like an app logo that I created. Because I've never done an iOS app or like a desktop app before, at least. But to see it right here, it's so dope. But it doesn't have a UI that opens by default. It's just up here in the nav bar. But it does have like the little S shape of the logo that I created. I just quick created like a logo in ChatGPT and said make it look like liquid glass. So it did create that little S. I don't know if you can see it on stream or not. Oh, you can't see it on stream. Or can you? Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller. Okay, yeah. Oh, why is this screen all like this again? This was like this earlier. Let me change this real quick. I don't know what happened. Oh, I guess it's like yeah, I have to do that. So anyways, it's in the dock in the top of the nav bar. And I'm currently trying to see if it opens and I can use WisprFlow. It's not WisprFlow, it's my own, but for free. So open settings, and this is, okay, first thing when I opened, it asked me to use my microphone, which is a really good sign. So I'm gonna allow it. And I don't know if y'all, well, I don't know if this is the music, like the soundtrack pausing like that, or if it's the app doing that. But there's two different ways we can use it. One is just with the local model, which I already downloaded via Hugging Face or whatever. So it's already downloaded locally. It's the GGLM base, which a homie in chat actually put me on to earlier today, or was it yesterday? I think it was earlier today. Anyways, let's see if it is able to dictate. So I have it mapped to the function button on my Mac at least. So I'm going to come in here. What should I say? Make the logo slightly bigger to where it covers more surface area of a 128 by 128 aspect ratio. And it didn't. Okay, so that didn't work. I was holding down the function key. Didn't work. Maybe I need to go in here. Ah, bummer. So that didn't open. So let's keep this in the front of our brains that this button didn't open. But we could go do it manually. Let's see. System settings. Soku voice is in there. But it's the old one. If we turn it off and turn it on again. Well, let's just test it in here. I guess we could just test it in here. I'm recording some audio. Maybe it will turn into text. It should show up down here in a second when I push stop. Ah, okay. I'm recording some audio. Maybe it will turn into text. It should show up down here in a second when I push stop. Okay, so it did it. Why isn't it doing when I push the function key? So now when I push the function key, it's not recording. Okay. Weird. Weird. I want to say, yeah, so it's recording again because I pushed test. This is like kind of redundant. I didn't ask it to do a bunch of this UI, like these things, these settings. It just did it by itself. Stop. Okay. Well, that's good, but it's not picking up my keyboard input, which is kind of the whole point, right? What happens if I quit it and then Soku voice? Let's see what happens. So it opened again. I forgot the UI doesn't open automatically. Holding, oh, so okay, that works. I'm holding right now. You can't see it, but I am, I promise. And I think it's recording. And when I let go, that text should show up in the cleaned place. In the cleaned, well, it's going to show up in both, actually. Nice. And so this is running locally for free. Like no LLM, no, it's not like an LLM, well, it is an LLM, but it's an LLM in the cloud. Or sorry, on my local device. It's 141 megabytes at this, and it's this guy, GGLM base in English. And so instead of using, is this open? Why didn't it change this logo right here? I don't like that. Okay, instead of using this, which I have to pay $12 for, now I have my own for free. And I love that. I love that for me so much. So I can literally just delete WisprFlow. And if I wanted to, you know, like I could add all this stuff in here to where it saves to a database. Do I care? Have I ever gone and looked at my like transcription history? Not once have I ever. Never have I ever done that. Do I care about words per minute? I do not. Do I care about total words? I do not. And so for me, like all I care about is text or speech to text. So now when I come in to my coding software, I can say, what was that bug that was earlier? I had that desktop. I think it was this one. No, this one. Okay. Oops. Go away. On initial app load, oh wait, that's using WisprFlow because it's open. Go away. I don't care about you, I promise. No. Okay, sorry. Guys, I'm tweaking tonight. I'm not even kidding. Okay. On app load, I see this iOS dialog show up, and it's asking me to enter my password in for secure and private secrets or something like that. If at all possible, I don't want this to show up, as we don't need this app to know anything secret about the computer. All it needs to do is have accessibility access for the copy and paste commands, and the microphone access. It should have nothing to do with, oh man, it's probably because I opened WisprFlow just a minute ago. It's definitely because I opened WisprFlow just a minute ago. It screwed it up. I'm gonna quit and open again. So cool. That's a bug, right? I gotta fix that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. What is that screenshot again? Soku wants to use your confidential information stored in. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that dialogue to show up whatsoever. On initial app build and the first time I launched the app, it's asking me to let it access confidential data, and I don't want this dialog to show up. The only thing that should be required is microphone access and keyboard command access via accessibility. So copy and pasting. Why isn't it showing up in here? I swear to God. Why wouldn't it be showing up? Why would it, when it's open? Y'all saw me just record that. Recording, test 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna move this over here and this like over here or something so we can see it all. Am I recording now? So, okay, now it's not working. But if I click in here and click function, it's not working still. Weird. But everything... Well, I just asked ChatGPT. Well, whenever I open the app for the first time, I'm met with this dialog in this screenshot. It wants me to let Soku voice access confidential information, which I do not want it to do. It is not at all necessary or required. The only things that are required are microphone access and keyboard access via accessibility. So it should have copied it already. So in theory, I could just come in here and Command V. Nope. False. I think this is a copy button. Yeah, copied. Terrible UI. So room for improvement for sure ski. But as far as like the actual transcription, it's working and it's free. And I love that for me. That did not mean to rhyme. I promise. Let's start up another one since this is an unrelated... Yes, dude. Yes, absolutely. Let's start up another Claude instance. I can just clear this one actually. Clear. And let's record in here. For some reason, the keyboard command when I'm clicking function in the built app when I do Toral app build or PNPM Toral build, it's not recognizing when I push the function button. This is a mandatory requirement. And should work every time. All the accessibility permissions are already enabled, so rule that out of your decision making and debugging process. Okay, copy, paste, doink. Okay. Is anyone doing real work with local AI? Personally, I don't know anyone who's doing real stuff with local AI models on their machine. I'm sure there are. I just don't know anyone with a computer that's badass enough to run one of these models that is like billions of parameters and like terabytes of information, right? So this is a local model, GGLM base in English. So I guess currently this only works in English. If I wanted to extend it to different languages, I'd have to download more models. But this model is 141 megabytes. So I've been using Claude and AI and stuff for a while. I did download, this was 6 months ago, I downloaded Kimmy or something like that. I can't remember which one it was exactly. But to answer your question, I don't know anyone who's doing actual stuff with local models to where everything's free. I think the computers that you need to run that sort of thing are just way too robust. Way too big. Okay, what did you tell me to do? Found that the prompt is a keychain prompt, not a permission you can skip. It's an OS asking permission for our app to read its own keychain entry. Oh, probably this. People use local AI for lots of things. Coding is just part of what LLMs do, though. What's a good example? Because genuinely, I don't know if anyone who uses a local model for anything. I mean, in a perfect world, you can do everything with a local model, right? You can do everything that you pay these cloud providers for with local model, but I just don't think, I don't have a computer that can run anything crazy. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that, and mega good looks on suggesting the model, because I started using GGLM base like you suggested, and it's running completely free now. I do have Anthropic in there too to do a cleanup process. And so if I were to say some ums or whatever, I'm sure there's some ums in here. Yeah, so does everyone, Proj. Or Proj. If you could get Claude running locally, that'd be dope. But they're not going to give you their model, right? That's what makes them billions of dollars. Yeah, no, but I do have the ability to put the Anthropic key in there to clean up. So if I were to ramble or something, and I can give it my own prompt, which isn't groundbreaking. This is pretty basic LLM stuff. So over here I have source. Nope. I have, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I'm trying to say, Quigago, is the amount of compute it would take to run something like Claude Code on your local machine is insane. I mean, that's why that's why these companies are, I mean, that's why NVIDIA is through the roof right now, because they're selling compute and all that stuff. Anyways, where was I going? I was looking for the prompt. I can't remember where I put it. This is the bad thing about vibe coding sometimes, too, is like you don't remember where you... Oh, it's in here. Duh. Prompts. So in here, I can come in and change... like what this one does after this one transcribes. So it'll transcribe it in the raw, and then if this is checked, Claude will do a cleanup and do whatever I ask it to do in this guy. So like a little bit more of an intelligent thing versus just GGLM base. So a fancy feature, one that I will literally never use though, because I just don't care that much. If there's an in there, I'm not worried about that. I mean, sure, maybe it might help with token usage in the future if I were to make it more succinct or something like that. Do I care? I do not. I'm gonna be completely honest, I do not care. Okay, so let's just see what this does. Native store false is meant to disable native storage, but the prompt is still firing, likely because either a previous version with the keychain still exists, doesn't take effect, and recalls. To drop the keychain entirely, store the Anthropic key in the existing. Yeah, we could do that. Plain JSON file, app data, no prompt ever. Slight trade-off, key sits in plain text on the disk. I mean, this is my own machine, right? And so what's going to freak, if I were to give this to anyone in chat or anyone who asks or whatever, what's going to freak them out more? The application that I'm giving them, asking them to give this application that I'm giving them keychain access, or a plain text key on their local machine? I think the former is going to freak them out more. So dropping the keychain entirely is my idea. And then just like make it look like this still. So like it looks like it's safe. But maybe that's a security thing, because then at the LLM, like let's just say they're running, this is a trade-off with software. If I were to check this box, yes. But I did it just for funsies to do 2 models. But it's unchecked right now, and it will remain unchecked forever because I do not care. That's what I was saying earlier. But if I wanted to, and if someone wanted to like add some fancy stuff in there where it's like, you know, remove like all this stuff, remove this, it could. And I guess I could tell GGLM to do that too, GGML to do that too, but I'll likely just remove all of this, or Anthropic from this version entirely, because I'll never use it. I was just curious when I was building it out. So, but for now, we'll do drop keychain entirely. That's what we're going to do. Drop keychain entirely. And then 2 diagnostics I'd like you to run for the release build. Which path do you want to do first? Add visible logging plus Tari event. Live tail console for TCC denials. Verify input monitoring is granted. Well, I know this is settings, privacy, and security. Let's go look at that real quick. Maybe I didn't enable that one. This is still the old app though, so that's probably what it is. That's actually probably what it is. Well, let's get rid of this one and let's add. It should have shown up automatically, but let's do this little cutie. Oh, it's still the same logo. Weird. But it said security and privacy. I'm gonna do this off screen just in case. I don't know. Security and privacy input monitoring. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Privacy and security. Input monitoring. Okay, Soku voice is checked. So yeah. In earlier, I want to say in earlier builds, pushing the function key was working, but now it's not, which is weird. Let's just do. Oops, dang. Add front end visible error banner and OS. Sure, we'll still do that. Double click the app or launch it from applications. Normal user flow. Direct. Yeah, that one. Submit. Okay. Quit the app, press function / globe key a few times. Leave the app. Wait, what? Open a terminal and run this command. Whoa, this command, dude? It's a fat command. Whoa! That thing's tweaking. I'm gonna say stop, because that's pretty crazy. I don't know what any of that means. Let's see. See if you can get into here and read what's actually going on. That was weird. For those of you just joining, I'm trying to create a local WisprFlow because yesterday, midstream, I ran out of the free tier, which is only 2,000 words a week, which seems very low, especially for a guy that yaps like me. And so I have it working when I push the record button. When I push the function key on my keyboard, it does not record. But in here, I can push record and I can start talking and say I'm the Yap Master Supreme and then push stop and it'll show up. I like this title, by the way. Yap Master Supreme. This guy. This guy. So, anyways, I'm trying to debug why the function key isn't working, and fixing another little bug on there too. That has, well, it's not really a bug; it's more of like a feature. It was for when I first opened the app. It's requesting me to give this app keychain permission, which for me it doesn't matter, but if I put this on GitHub and let anyone watching this stream download it and use it for themselves, I feel like that would freak me out, at least if I saw that the first thing that happened when I opened an app someone gave me. It's like, hey, give me your keychain access. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Hard pass, Papa Smurf. So yeah. But the app concept is working. I wonder if it's because this is like the old version of it, and I'm using the new one. The only thing that makes me think it's the old version is because it doesn't have the new logo, right? So like this is the old logo that just comes baked in with Tarl or whatever it's called. But this one's the new one. And so my logic is like, oh, picture no same. Function key not work because picture no same. My Neanderthal self, dude. I'm probably wrong, but part of me wants to just delete the app and then rebuild it and see what happens. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Just to like, before I rebuild it, I'm going to quit that. Go back in here. I'm going to build the app again. pnpm build doink, and then see what happens. This is quite the side quest. Derailed me from my marketing ventures for Soku itself, which I think is pretty typical for engineering. Shiny object syndrome. We'd rather build features than talk about our product or whatever. Which I don't even have a product. I'm just kind of building. I'm building something that I will use myself in months to come. One follow-up entry in your Mac keychain is now orphaned. Open keychain access, search Soku voice, delete if you want a clean slate. The app won't touch it again either way. I will do that, sir. Okay. Mac OS keychain. Open keychain access. Where is keychain access? Oh. Keychain access. Open keychain access. I want to do it over here though. God. I'm doing this off screen for obvious reasons. No, I'm not. Literally every time, dude. I can't stream. I don't know how to do this. This isn't for me. God damn it. Every fuck. What's that video, dude? Come on, you motherfucker. God damn it. Same shit. Same shit every day. Shit's funny. Please tell me one of y'all in here has seen that clip. It's that old dude working in like his shop or something. This shit's so funny, dude. Okay. What did it say to do? Soku voice in the keychain. Dun, 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 dun. Soku voice. Let's delete you. Did you delete? Delete Soku voice. Get info. Oh, this failed. Missing type, autosave. This could be the issue. It's not letting me delete this. Oops. Soku voice. Delete. Dang. Login. Delete. Okay, there we go. It is deleted. Okay, so now once this is done, once I build it again, I should be able to open it and it not actually still in chat or still in stream. Like, okay, we're building it. First time. Okay, we're building it. First time you build it, especially when you clean slate, it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute to rebuild. So hopefully we fixed all the issues. All right, it built. Let's go check out. Well, that's where it's gonna be. I just want to see it here. Where are you, little cutie? Come here, little cutie. In releases, in bundle. Let's open this one. And find. Where is it? Open Reveal in Finder. Bundle, Mac OS, Soku Voice, new, Aplicaciones. I think I deleted it already. I did not. Let's just delete it, just in case. See ya. And now we're gonna drag and drop this back in here, effectively installing it. Now, hopefully, when I double click skis into here, we do not see the keychain access prompt, because that's what I was trying to get rid of. Double click, moment of truth. Shows up, open settings. I do want this. Thank you for asking. Soku Voice would like to access your microphone. And then let's go into settings. Input monitoring is still on. Accessibility. Is it shortcuts? No. Accessibility keyboard. No. It should open this, but it's not letting me. So this is another bug. I need to paste this in here actually. But while we're doing that, let's see if I push the function key, if anything starts typing. Let's move this over here. Let's move this over here so we can see if it's actually turning on or not. Soku. And I'm gonna see if this works. Pressing the function key does not turn it on, unfortunately. Sigh. Open. Okay, well, let's just record right here. When I click the open button on the accessibility tab to allow Soku voice, so global hotkeys and paste simulation works. It shows me the error that I just pasted in. This should open the computer settings and navigate to the correct tab. Copy, paste. So y'all know, yeah, so 2 bugs right now. 1, this doesn't open the right panel. 2, pressing the function key does not let me record for whatever reason. Test microphone, 1, 2, 3. Stop. Test microphone, 1, 2, 3. What is globe? I'm pressing the function key. What is a globe key? Is it another key? No, another tab? Or sorry. Keyboard key. Why isn't it working? I wonder if it's because, I actually wonder if it's because where is it? Keyboard. What is it supposed to open? I need to figure out where that preferences, security, privacy, accessibility. So that's not gonna work. Restart the dev, build. Well, I don't want to do it in dev. I want to do it in the build. I mean, I could do it in dev, but I don't want to. This was working earlier, so I don't know if I did something and made a regression. Which is probably more than likely true. Okay, we're just gonna try and drag and drop this in here, replace it. Quit. Doink. Fudge. That's okay. Let's go back. It's right here anyways, so just go in, click drag and drop to install the new version. No, don't worry about it. I got it. Open the dev settings. Yes, sir. Press. Nice. So it should be recording right now whilst I'm pushing the function key, and when I let go, it should show up down here ski. Nice. Down here ski. It's supposed to be one word. Don't you know? Down here ski is one word. Well, there we go. As far as like MVP goes, I have a working WisprFlow clone that I call Soku Voice. Soku in Japanese means immediate or immediately. So immediate voice. And now it's free, running fully on my machine without me having to pay anyone anything, not even an LLM, because the LLM is local, GGLM base in English. And if, dude, that would be sick. I actually speak another language. I wonder if it has the other language I speak, and if it does have that one, that'd be dope. I'm just curious now, actually. I'm curious. Well, I got it off of Huggins Face or whatever it's called. GGLM base. Is it this? GGLM mini. Oof. Now I don't even remember where it is. Automator Lab. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm actually probably going to put this repository on GitHub or something. And so anyone who wants to use WisprFlow clone, you can change it to whatever you want to. I intentionally just removed something that would freak people out. It was actually asking for keychain access because Claude, I have an option in there to put an Anthropic key, and it was saving it. So the first thing that happened when you opened this was like, give me keychain access, which I did not like, even as my own. It's like, I don't want to mess with that. So anyways, all I have to say, I'll probably put this on GitHub. I'll clean it up a little bit. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll probably put it up on GitHub. Maybe I'll make a post about it somewhere and open source it and do like a README for like install and onboarding. It should be fairly simple, to be honest. As long as you're comfortable in the command line and doing like very, very simple copy paste, it should be pretty simple. But the whole thing is very lightweight, but then you download a local model from Hugging Face, and that's it. And it just runs locally. And so it's sick. Okay, I need to go in here and find Hugging Face. Oop. Hugging. I always say hugging for some reason. Okay, let's go here. Whisper. Oh, it's Whisper CCP. That's what it was. Me forgot. Whisper.ccp. Whoa, CPP? Is that right? Yes, this guy. This little cutie. So what I wanted to see is if it has another language. I should have just asked Claude. Sometimes I do things the hard way. Available models. th. I speak Thai, and so it would be sick if I could like speak English or Thai to it. Not that I would ever really speak Thai, but this one's specifically the English version. So if it was like th or something, that'd be cool. Or for like Spanish speakers, you could put Spanish in there, maybe Mandarin. I would say English, Spanish, and Mandarin are probably like the top 3 languages globally spoken. So I could add it in there. Am I going to? Probably not. Probably not going to do that. But yeah. All right. Well, that's done, I think. Added a lot of changes. Some image files and stuff like that. So let's go get status, get add, get commit, MVP, push. What terminal do I use the most? I just use a terminal inside of VS Code, to be honest. Either the terminal inside of VS Code or just my regular Mac one, if that's what you're asking. Just like terminal. If you're asking what LLM I use, like what CLI tool I use, I have been bouncing back and forth between Claude and Codex. I recently started using Codex because a homie put me onto it. He's like, bro, you gotta try it. You gotta try it since 5.5 came out. And I've been trying it, and it's dope. It's like banana bread at work. It's sick. Oh, I don't use any of those. I have used, I think it's called Tmux. Tmux is the one where you can do like the multi-terminal, right? I've used that in the past. CMux, terminal built for multitasking. I thought there was one called Tmux. Yeah, I used this one before, where it's like you'll set up your agents. You'll set up like 5 agents, let's say front end, back end, security, end-to-end testing, whatever. But for me, it's like, I just don't find it necessary. I think if your infrastructure, like your infrastructure code is good, you have really good skills, like the skills folder inside your project, not this one. Like skills in Claude. Okay, maybe I'll try it out, dude. But also that's very confusing. CMux, Tmux, dude, like what if you had a Lisp? Themux? What if, dude, literally what if you had a Lisp? Ouch, dude, there's like something on my face. But yeah, I just feel like if you have a good agent workflow prompt somewhere in your repository, and then you have good skills that are invoked by itself, which I think Codex does a really good job of invoking those skills based on what it needs to do, based on what you ask it to do. Say you said build this front end feature, it would use the front end skill. And then, yeah, I just don't get the multi-agent vibe coding tools, to be honest. Like, I saw this one guy the other day open his terminal and be like, hey, launch 50 agents to do a in-depth security review of my application. And I'm like, dude, what are these 50 agents? 50? It's like, what are these 50 agents doing? And how do you know there's no overlap? How do you know that like 10 of them aren't doing the same exact thing? I don't know. For me, I try and keep things simple. I try and keep my hand on the pulse of what's going on. I do try, like, the goal is to one-shot features, right? The goal is to one-shot features. And I think that's very possible if your infrastructure is set up to where You have end-to-end tests, because the thing about one-shot features is not only do you want the thing to work, but you also don't want the app to regress. And so end-to-end testing is very important. Unit tests are very important. So I'm like in the middle. Some people, some very, very, very experienced developers, more than myself, are like, coding will never go away. It's very important that you know every line of code that's being written, all this stuff. And then there's some people that's like, you don't need to know a single line of code. Embrace the vibes. If you don't know a single line, it doesn't matter as long as it works. As long as it works and as long as it doesn't break something else. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle where I think it's important to have a pulse on what's going on inside your own app, right? Be able to navigate it, be able to ask questions about it, be able to speak intelligently about it. And I think that's part of like learning how to use these tools anyways. Like, do you need to know like what this is doing? Like this syntax basically? No. Like, all you're doing is asking it to write some footer links. I need 10 footer links. It needs to be legal, privacy policy, contact us, whatever. And so on the screen, it's going to show up like, if I can find it, like this, right? Links. Does the developer nowadays need to know it needs to go into a map and then loop through them? Like, do they need to know all this? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, we have a label, and then we have an href. This guy. We have something you can see and something you can't see. You click it and then it goes to the thing. Is this piece of code important for developers to know? I don't know. I just don't think it is, right? It's just a little for loop. Well, it's a map, but whatever. It loops through it. Anyways, back to the agent talk. I just don't see any purpose in launching 200 agents to do something for you. The same guy that did the 50 did the 200, and it like crashed. I'm not gonna say who it is because like I don't want to throw shade on anyone. To each his own. Literally to each his own. If you feel like launching 50 agents on a single task helps you, good for you. That's awesome. I'm genuinely happy for you. But I can achieve the same thing with one. Guess these tools are directed towards vibe coders who don't understand architecture nor need to look at trees. Yeah, I think I would tend to agree there. All right, where are we at with this little cutie? Where'd you go? Soku voice. Yeah, I guess I didn't have the tie, so I'm going to abandon that idea. But side quest complete. Yesterday, I may have mentioned this already. Yesterday, last night, I was using WisprFlow and my free usage ran out. Which was like 2,000 words a week, which is very low. And so last night, as I was getting off stream, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try and do my own WisprFlow and try and make it local and try and make it free, because I don't want to pay for a cloud LLM. I don't want to pay WisprFlow for sure, even though it's only $12. It's not that much money, but like more subs is more money. And in my opinion, software is changing from software that you buy to software that like you're observing what it does and then you just build it for yourself. Or maybe you buy a one-time thing that you install it on your computer, right? If you don't want to go through it. But if there's, open source people like myself, is everything I do open source? No, not everything. But like simple tools like this, yeah, open source it, dude. Who cares? I'm not gonna make you pay. I mean, think about that. WisprFlow is charging $12 for like the upgraded sub. What am I gonna do? Charge $5? I don't know. But then again, WisprFlow is like multi-million-dollar valuation, and I'm giving away tools for free. So who wins? Yeah. Automator Lab, what are you building nowadays? What are you getting into? What suits your fancy? Okay. What am I stepping in now? Now that this is done, what am I doing? Let's I kind of want to remove all the Anthropic stuff. It might be nice though. It might be a nice addition. So in addition to the local model, I do have the capability to run a Claude cleanup pass, is what I'm calling it. And so I'll have some rules in here in the prompt. Remove filler words, add appropriate punctuation and capitalization, honor mid-sentence correction, so if the speaker backtracks, oh no, wait, produce only the correct version. Preserve speaker's vocabulary and phrasing, do not rephrase. So if I had that on, it'll take my long form Yap Master Supreme run-on sentence and turn it into like a polished sentence. Do I care about that? No, I do not. Will other people? Maybe. But this isn't free, right? This, you have to put your API key in there, and so I think for like MVP bare minimum, like I'm just gonna remove this Anthropic stuff because no one cares. No one cares about tone. No one cares about cleaning it up. I don't think. Yeah. So I wonder if it fixed this. Oh, it did show up over there, which is nice. Accessibility. It opens that now, which is fire. And the microphone. Sweet. Yeah, that all works. Yeah, I'm going to remove Anthropic. What do you think, Automator Lab? I'm going to remove it. Doesn't matter. I think SaaS is dead pretty soon. Even normies. I think SaaS is dead pretty soon. Even normies will start building their own personalized harnesses very soon. Platforms to easily launch their own agents. Platforms to easily launch their own agents is something I'm looking into. It's a great idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. Or even giving agents their own identity, I think is a pretty cool area. Okay, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by giving agents their own identity? Let's remove this Anthropic stuff. I don't think it's necessary. Clear. I want to make a major revision to the software. I want to remove all Anthropic integrations. I don't care about the Claude cleanup pass. I don't care about the Anthropic API key. At its bare functions, all I want it to do is what's currently working, in that I actually, if it didn't record, dude, I'm going to be frustrated because I literally just had it working. Pushing the function key. Well, now it's not working. What? Why does it sometimes record and sometimes not? Hello? Check 1, 2. Oh you're gay, dude. It was literally just working. ABC extended. Check 1, 2. Settings. Test microphone 1, 2. Yes, that works. But if I push the function key, it doesn't. Why? This is where my domain expertise has no overlap. I do not know native Mac OS stuff, and so anything, use the global hotkey from any app or the buttons here while verifying microphone and API setup. I think people might create spaces where people can upload their own personalized agents to virtual environments, games, etc., and folks might want a persistent identity for their custom harness. Okay, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. So like the agent does a specific thing, but you want it to respond in a certain way, and so you can edit. Basically, you can edit the personality of those agents. Okay. That's a good idea. Interesting. Yeah, I like it. Let me quit this and then restart and see what happens. So I recorded for the first time. I pushed the function key and it was great. I'm going to let it go and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to push it again, still works. Push it one more time, still works. I'm going to navigate away. I'm going to push the function key again and see if it pastes my text when I let it go. Okay, so as soon as I navigate away from the app and then back to it, push the record key, never works again. Okay, that's good to know actually. Okay. So on initial app load, when I push the function key, it initiates the recording, and when I let go, it stops the recording, which is expected functionality. If I stay in the app, in the Soku voice app, and push the function key again and release, it records and transcribes accordingly. If I navigate away from the Soku voice app and settings page and go to another app and I push the function key, it no longer works. When I navigate back to the Soku voice settings page, the dictation console, and push the function key still no longer works. So after the first time navigating away from the Soku voice dictation console, the function key ceases to function correctly. All right, let's catch up. What'd you say? I caught it in the side of my eye while I was dictating, and I think I like what you're saying. Spaces, giving these agents persistent unique NFTs. I was thinking this because why would OpenAI or Anthropic push pet or buddy? Yeah. What purpose do they serve? They will get personalized pets or agents. Can they be uploaded into other environments like portable pet? Harnesses become Pokemon. Yeah, I think you might be on the right track here, because like if we're going to be interacting with AI, we're going to want it to have a personality. I was on stream earlier today and I brought up this same kind of concept-ish, where it's what you're saying is kind of like the movie Gamer, right? Where we're controlling, yikes. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie before, but like there's humans that are playing a game controlling other humans, and the humans inside the game that the game players are playing all have their own identities, and they can change their identities and stuff like that. And I think this is kind of the same concept of what you're talking about. It's an old one, and dang it. It's an old movie, and don't mind this IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes, because I think this movie is absolutely gas. So when I think of AI, I think of two movies. I think of this one, and I think of Ready Player One. And the concept that you're talking about with agent personalization kind of reminds me of Gamer a little bit, where, like I was just saying, there's a game player, and there's your character in game, but the character in game is a human. So that's where it's a little bit different from what you're talking about, because like you're not controlling another human, but you are controlling an agent, right? Somewhere in the stratosphere, in some game or in some virtual environment or whatever. But you're gonna want it to have its own personality, like Gerard Butler, let's just say. Or you're gonna want it to be like, yeah. So I get what you're saying. I think it's a great idea. I think that, yeah, I'm tracking. I don't hate it. I actually love it. No, but Gamer's a good movie. There is some, I don't know like what types of movies you watch. There is some like risque stuff in there, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but in Gamer, they act on your behalf. You're controlling them. That's what's a little bit different than actual agents. But in a sense, you could say the agents that we're creating, in a sense, that what you're saying is like the agents that we create, like the AI agents that we create, if we treated them as real people, like conceptually, we're like, okay, this is a real person doing real things. We're still telling it what to do, right? We're still guiding it, whether it's through cron jobs or whether it's one-time prompts. Like we're still, like the human owner of that agent is still telling it what to do. That'd be sick. Participate in their world. Yeah. Okay, so I think it found the bug. This is where, like, I'm on the very, like, far spectrum of vibe coding today, because my expertise and my domain knowledge does not hook into Mac OS whatsoever. So it's like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what any of this stuff is. And I could figure it out. Am I going to? Negative. I am not. If it works in this case, in this very rare case, if it works, it works. If I push the function key and it starts dictation, or it starts recording and then it dictates, you know, speech to text, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna give it my big thumbs up of approval. Call me a psycho. Call me crazy. What language are you using to do agent identity? AI, artificial intelligence agent identity. AI.ai, dude, no, don't, stop it. Stop it, dude. I like the term agent identity though. Like, it has a good ring to it. And I think it could pick up some traction. Like, if you start talking about it and stuff, agent identity. I haven't heard that term yet. I don't think. So it might be something you could run with. I don't know. Okay. Rebuild, retest. You know what? I'll do that. PM Tari build, big dog. All right, I'm going to go ahead and quit this app. I'm going to go ahead and delete the application. Still trying to figure out still trying to figure something out, but there's some folks conversating about it very recently. Look it up. Yeah, maybe I will. Agent identity. Coin the term and make it be you. Dude, this is about 9 months ago. I saw a video of a guy talking about context profiles in regards to images. And another kid gave props to that guy or something. I think he put the guy onto it. I think he put the guy onto the concept of context profiles. Anyways, it was intriguing to me. And so I looked into it. I thought it was gas. I made a video on it, and that video went mega viral. Well, I say mega viral. It got like over 1 million views on Instagram. It was like, I was doing like AI talks, like more like talking head stuff. And that was like one of the only videos that popped off. And the kid that put the other guy on to the video that I saw about it lost his mind and like made some rant about me stealing a coined term or something. I'm like, dude, it's just a way to describe a JSON file structure or JSON data structure. All I have to say, you could coin a term, AI, agent identity. Okay, so this finished. Let's go back in here, the new build, drag and drop ski, open, and settings, allow. If I push the function key down, it's selected. Nice, Sue. Okay, now I want to see it. If it's not working, I want to see it not working, if that makes sense. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that still. Moment of truth. Moment of truth, homies. Pushing down the function key, and it's not recording, because I can tell it's not recording. Dang it. I'm pushing down the function key, and I should be recording and transcribing the audio into text, but it's probably not. When I let go, it should paste everything that I just said in here. Dang it. Now, oh wait, I wonder if I have to close out of this. Let's see if it's working now that I closed out of the dictation console. Maybe it works only in terminals. I'm just kind of banging off some ideas here. No. All right, we're going to pivot away from building it, and we're going to do pnpm, oops, pm import tari dev, and see what the he double heck is going on. I want to say I heard something about this recently too, because so Bitcoin had a big drop this past week. It went from like 83, I say a big drop. It went from like 83 back down to 77. And they were saying because there's other assets moving into blockchain, and maybe it was what you're talking about, like agents as blockchain or something like that. I could be wrong. Yeah, I know. I'm actually going to open a new terminal, and I'm going to use Codex for a second and see if Codex can crack this. I am going to open this back up. I think this is local. Nothing captured yet. For some reason, when I push down the function key, it only starts recording when the Soku voice dictation console is open. If I navigate to another application and click on an area with a text field, click on the function key, talk, and then release, nothing happens. But then if I go back to the Soku voice dictation console, push function again and start talking, it starts recording and functions as expected. Let's see. Okay, so this one's working. Oh, interesting. So this is the developer console version 1 that's running inside of my terminal right here. And that's going to paste. But this one is the build version that's the actual app. This is the app that's like the built version that lives right here. And this one is the one in the developer, like this terminal UI right here. So the one in the developer console is working regardless if it's clicked or not. So you can see right here, well, if I do this, Oh, it's still talking. Jeez. This might be a minute because it's like a bunch of words. That's actually helpful. I could paste that into, I could paste that into the thing if it still doesn't work. Let me save it. Nice, dude, every time. Okay, yeah, so if I come in here, this one's gonna start recording, swear on God. Yeah, weird. So the build version doesn't work, but the developer one does. That's good to know. I have this feature running in the developer environment and oops, I just quit. Well, it's still building. Weird. That one just went bye-bye. Also in the developer one, y'all can't see it because it's like just off screen to the right. I wonder if I can move it over a little bit and show you. Yeah, I can just zoom in real quick. Sorry if this hurts your eyes. So over here, these two icons right here, this one and this one, that's actually the icon for Soku Voice. This one is the developer one. And so in the developer one, I made it to where when I push the function key, this actually turns red to let me know that it's recording. So if I push the function key, that one turns red and shows me, which is kind of sick actually. But the other one doesn't. Doesn't do that, which is weird. Okay, I gotta build it again. Anyways, I gotta move this back now. There we go. How's everyone's night going? What's everyone working on? This has turned into quite the side quest. You know, oh, okay. Drag and drop, replace. Nice. All right, let's see. Let us see. Soku Voice. It's kind of a cool logo. I'm not gonna lie about it. I adore liquid glass though. Like this shiny, glassy stuff. I didn't ask it to do it like graffiti, but I don't know. I kind of like it. All right, Soku Voice. Open it up. If I push function key, it starts recording as no shocker there. Didn't say, it didn't get the word expected though. Now, if I come over here, I gotta see it again, dude. Now, if I push record, it's definitely not gonna record because why would it do that? Why would it record? Why would it actually work? Weird. Maybe it's a input monitoring. Enable input monitoring for Soku. So I did it, and then restart the app, but I did it. Accessibility. Soku voice is enabled. I wonder if it's because WisprFlow is also enabled. That couldn't be it, right? That would be silly. I should just go ahead and delete WisprFlow because I'm not going back to it. Testing record, 1, 2. Nope. Hey, Automator Lab, appreciate the sub, dog. It's fun hanging out. I'm gonna go look into the agent identity stuff probably after I get off stream. I'm very curious. So whatever you're working on, keep working on it. Have a good night. Peace. Now it's recording, but that's only because I'm in the app. Now I navigate away from the app and it doesn't record anymore. But the button did turn red. I have deleted the app and rebuilt and then reinstalled it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go in here to these settings, input monitoring. I'm gonna turn it off, quit and reopen. Open settings. I'm gonna turn this off too. I'm gonna quit and reopen. I wonder if it's like the settings were cached or something. I don't know. And then reopen it. Re-enable this little cutie. Re-enable this little cutie. Quit and reopen. Open setting. Function key in the console is expected. Function key not in the app, and it doesn't work. Okay. I'm still running into the issue where, oh wait, one more test. I want to close this console. Now I'm pushing record and it's not working. Okay. Open settings. I'm still running into the bug where if the Soku voice dictation console is open and I push the function key on my keyboard, it starts recording and then transcribing as expected. But when I navigate to a different application that has a text field and push the function key on my keyboard, it does not start recording. Period. I guess I don't have to say period. The only time the function key starts recording is when I am in the Soku voice dictation console. Paste. Doink. Does anyone else use the actual WisprFlow or anything like it? I wonder what the other companies are. I actually don't even know. WisprFlow. Guess WisprFlow doesn't have any competitors? What? No competitors that are running ads against this query though. Which is kind of insane. Dude, WisprFlow raises $30 million. Dogs, how insane is that? The power of marketing, right? Like, I built a semi-working MVP in 2 hours. But they're able to raise $30 million. That's crazy. Super Whisper? Who is this poser? Who's this poser copying my last name? Jeez. I wonder what their pricing is. This makes me uncomfortable. Is it just me or does this photo right here make me uncomfortable? Like, those lips are kind of zesty to me. Are those lips not zesty? I don't know, dude. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, right, Kenneth? 30 mil? To listen to whispers is a funny way to put it. Okay, let's see what these guys' pricing is. They got a free version. Meeting recordings and transcription, supports 100 languages, unlimited use of small AI models, custom prompt control, email support, API keys. So what you're saying is I could have just used this instead of building my own. Rip. But what would I have done all day if I didn't just build my own? Literally, what would I have done? Nothing. No, these lips are zesty. I gotta click out. I think it's because I can't tell if it's a dude or a chick. I think it's a... Well, it's got an Adam's apple. It's throwing me off, dude. Throwing me off. I don't know. I gotta get away from this website. Okay. What was I doing? Okay. Did you finish? Okay. Can't tell. Okay. So what did it say? I changed the native hotkey implementation so it no longer depends on only event tab delivering flags, change events. What changed? A bunch of things I literally do not know about. My domain expertise does not help me with Mac OS apps whatsoever. Polar every 12 milliseconds. I don't like that. I don't like this idea. But we'll see if it works. Both paths are atomic press latch, so duplicate Added transition logs. Flagpoles. You'll need to fully quit and restart the Tari app so that the Rust side reloads. If it still fails in another app, run it via npm. Press the function key in another app. Okay, yeah, I can try that. We try again. PM. Yeah. I could do a lot of good with 30 mil, right, Kenneth? Could do a lot of good. Dude, it's only midnight? The night is so young, dude. That's me projecting because I just yawned. God knows I'll be up until 3 though. Yeah, I did this. Okay, let's see. Kenneth, I was laughing at you. It's funny. Okay, go back here. Go in here. Soku voice. Drag and drop. Replace. Hello. Come back in. Open settings. Allow. Soku voice dictation console. It works as expected. Okay, now the moment of truth for the 3rd time. Now I'm pushing record in another app and it's working. Hells to the yes. But it didn't paste it. It did not paste it. Nice. Okay, one more bug. It did do that though, which is nice. Let me just make sure this is still enabled. It is. Okay. So the pushing the function key in another app now works, although it's not automatically copying and pasting the transcribed text into that app. It only puts it in the latest result in the Soku voice dictation console. And the dictation is a little bit off. That's just the model though. Okay, I can get rid of this. Okay. I have a little coffee left from this morning, actually. Dude, I don't discriminate against old coffee. My theory, old or cold. My theory is that iced coffee is just hot coffee that got cold. So. Hey, thanks, Sam Apple. Thank you, bro. You working on anything cool, Sam? Any fancy features or some SaaS stuff you got going on? My thing with this is a side quest. This isn't my main quest. Right? And so if this side quest takes longer than tonight, what I'm saying is it's going to be done tonight. And then tomorrow we resume our main journey. We detach from, we acquire the achievement of side quest succeeded, and then we move on, because I'm not going to be doing this for the next week. So I'm locked in until this is done. Side quests are meant to be completed rapidly, not over many days. Okay. Added core graphics, pace accessibility, pre-flight requests, boundary, pace permissions was silent before. Okay, sweet. Verification passed. Fully quit and restart the app. Brainstorming? Alright. All you need is one banger idea. This is, dude, every time I think about thinking of an idea, brainstorming idea, this, oh man. Where'd my music go? Hello? Hello? Mom? Okay, there we go. This is the meme or the GIF that I think about. God, I can't. No, it's not this one. It's the other one. I think it's this one. Oh, that one's he's taking a picture. It's this scene though. Is when I think about brainstorming and like thinking really hard on something, trying to like solve something. This is the one I think of. I don't know why, dude. I'm regarded like that. So stupid. Is it this one? No. It's literally in these GIFs. No. Oh, it's EA. I can't find it, dude. Did I use that GIF all the time? Why can I not find it today? Whatever. Anyways. Yeah. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings? He's demented. He's literally bipolar in the movies. So he's a sad character. Hopefully you've seen it. I adore the Lord of the Rings. Like I grew up on those. I've probably watched between the three of them. We all have our thing though. Yeah. Yeah, I've probably watched those films. I'm not even kidding. 30, 40 times a piece. At least once a year for the past 20 years. And when it first came out, I probably watched them like 3 or 4 times in 1 year. I just love them. So, I forgot to run the build. Did I? When did I do this? How long ago was this? I didn't. I need to do it again. Okay. Yes, sir. DBZ is the only one that I haven't really got into. Like, I should have watched that growing up because I literally grew up in Asia. But I just was never really into anime. Yeah. But I watched all the other ones. Star Trek's a fan favorite. My daughters love Harry Potter. All right. Aplicaciones will replace. It's obviously in use. So I'll quit that. Go back to files. Soku voice, it should be done. Yes. Drag and drop into Aplicaciones. Replace. Open. Started. Open settings. Allow. Pressure networks. Pressure networks. Allow Soku accessibility so I can paste. Okay. I thought I did. No? Hello? Mom? Quit and reopen. Oh, it was settings. Now it'll work. I re-enabled the accessibility so I can copy paste. No. Let me try this one. I re-enabled it so I can copy paste into a different application. Dude, I literally did. Allow Soku voice and accessibility so I can paste into the focused app. Accessibility. Let's remove it. And let's re-add it. See if that works. I think because we're not really uninstalling it. We're just, so it's like, it has like old permissions and old settings and stuff. It's what I think. Where is it? Am I regarded? Oh, it's at the top. Sort by. What is this sorting by? Nothing. Weird. That's confusing. I want to turn it off. And then I want to turn it back on. Now I'm dictating and hopefully it just copy pastes. God dang it. Are you kidding me? Testing 1, 2, 3. I have a huge run self-test button that I had Claude make for my app. Yesterday I ran 100 something tests and now it runs over 200 self-tests with comprehensive error code index, which is efficient debug. Self-test button also ensures no new features break current features with a push of a button. That one button saved me a lot of headache and will include in all my future projects. It only takes a few seconds to complete all the tests to make sure everything works. That's dope, dude. That's actually super sick. Yeah, I'm assuming they're like unit tests and stuff like that, but you have a button to trigger them. Look up pre-commit hooks or pre-push hooks, because you can do that same thing without having to push a button. It does it when you make a change to the software. And do you using GitHub or anything like that? I don't know how. I actually don't know how you're building your app, so maybe I'm speaking a little prematurely here. But you can do that type of thing without human interaction based on certain triggers. But I love what you're thinking, in that you want to make sure that you're running the tests before and after you change stuff to make sure you're not regressing or introducing any regressions to the app. That's so sick, dude. Okay. Okay, did it change anything? Okay. I'll try again. I'm gonna need to quit this anyways. New, but you haven't used Git yet. Yeah, I've learned the hard way. Claude can get confused about. Yeah, it's so sick, dude. Hell yeah. You're thinking like a developer. And I love it. It's so sick, dude. Replace. All right, let's open and try again. It's sick, it's sick. Still, why did this do this? Okay, toggle it on and off in Soku voice. And accessibility. Off. Quit. On. I'm recording. Hopefully it pastes when I let go. Nope. Let's see what happens when I run it locally. I'm gonna cancel this. I need to see the developer console and see what's going on. Whatever errors are being shown to me, it's not enough. It's not enough information. So I gotta run it locally instead of building it. Maybe we need to clean the cache or something. It's old stuff. Let me just ask Codex that real quick. Okay. Things. I'm recording. So that works. Yes, with macOS permissions and Tory dev builds, stale binary caches can absolutely make this confusing. The biggest issue is not Rust build cache itself, but macOS privacy permissions being tied. Okay, why didn't you recommend cleanup? First, fully quit any running Soku voice instance from the menu bar before restarting. If it still behaves, okay, we'll do that. Okay. We'll cd source Tari cargo clean. Okay, we're gonna go in here. I like this one so much more. Could go in here. Remove Soku voice. And then, oh, I wonder if it's that. Remove that one too. It was probably that. And then that's it. Right? Now we'll cd back one and build it. Build it one more time. Because local development is working. Clear. I'm actually going to go ahead and move this to the trash can. Because I'm just going to build another one. Idea of like kind of what it does. The way I like to think about Git, it does. The way I like to think grid timeline or whatever they call it, that's kind of how Git works. Is you'll branch off of the main timeline. Okay, we're still building. Nice. Target, release, build? No, bundle macOS. It's this one. Don't ask me how I know. I've only done this a couple times. Okay, done. Process completed. Let's try again. Let's try again, lads. Is this going to be the one? I think that's the problem. This one was disabled earlier. It was one settings page back. and it wasn't even telling me. Okay. So let's go accessibility now. Enable it. And microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that works in there. Didn't give me the pop-up error. It's a dad joke. My wife would laugh at that one. I mean, I laughed at it too. All right, I'm recording. You can't see it, but the little icon in the top left or right of my screen is red, indicating I am indeed recording. Now when I let go, it should paste everything I just said. Nice-oo! That's what my brother used to say. My brother used to say nice-oo instead of nice. I think some streamer used to say that he used to watch. But so now I say nice that way for every reason. Nice. I'm stoked. It's recording in a different focused window. Nice. Okay, that implementation worked. It is all working and functioning as expected. No bugs that I can tell. I'll keep monitoring it. There's nothing you need to do right now. Nice. We did it, boys. Side quest complete. WisprFlow clone working locally, completely for free on my machine has been completed. And for the sake of the plot, let's go into ChatGPT and say, let's give it this, let's give it this logo, I guess, and tell it what we just did. We just spent about 4 total dev hours working on a side quest to make a WisprFlow clone so that I can have a voice-to-text dictation and transcription service working completely local on my machine, and I don't have to pay for it. I have completed this side quest, and now I want you to generate some sort of image depicting this side quest that I have completed, and give me an achievement award for completing said side quest. And I think that's what the image, I want that image to be the achievement award for what I just completed. Let's see if it does it. Let's see what foolery it shows for my achievement award. It's the small things in life, my dogs. Sometimes I have to stop myself. Oh, dude, 100p every time, dude. Yes. That's part of the grind. That's part of the high, dude, is like banging your head against the wall for a couple hours and you can't figure stuff out, and then it finally clicks and you get it working. And it's like I guess it's like runner's high, or maybe a bump of cocaine or something. Just kidding. It's like a runner's high. Let's see what our achievement award's going to be. I should have told it this was the logo for the thing that I just built. It has no context about that. I want to be. Oh, nice, bro. I love it actually. That's kind of sick. I should have told it that mine was called Soku Voice. I don't hate it though. What do you think, Kenneth? Side quest complete. That's so funny, dude. It's the small things, dude. All right, well, the side quest is indeed complete. I achieved what I set out to do today. I had a day off of the marketing website and marketing integrations / hosting. Tomorrow is going to be a deployment day for the marketing website. I still need to figure out a domain and buy a domain for that site and like actually know what to call it, because it's not going to be my Soku. It's going to be something else. Also cleaning up this page's text to make sure it accurately depicts what the software is. But yeah, that's tomorrow. But as far as today is concerned, goal achieved. Goal achieved. Side quest complete. Hells to the yeah. I am going to be putting this code, I'm going to clean it up a little bit, and I am going to be putting this Soku voice code on GitHub, open source, so anyone who wants to download it and use it for yourself, you're more than welcome to. I would obviously change the logo and change the name to whatever you want it to be. Make it your own colors, your own branding. Even, change this UI up if you want to. And I'll add instructions and stuff. I can't promise I'll do that tomorrow, but I'll do it at some point, and I'll make some sort of post somewhere notifying you guys in case you guys use WisprFlow and don't want to pay for it anymore, or want to use your own thing or whatever. I'm also going to include the prompts, the master prompts at least, the architecture and implementation plan, so that y'all can like go and look at, see how me and Claude came up with this kind of idea and implementation plan, even though I had to like bang out some bugs and stuff. True. I could do that. Selling is the hard part. Building's the easy part, right? Well, I wouldn't say hard. Building is the comfortable part. I'm comfortable with building stuff. Selling makes me uncomfortable because I don't really do it. I haven't had the reps selling software. I've sold a couple things for some decent money, actually. But it's been kind of like units of things. Like I would sell like these 3 files to someone, let's just say for $200, and I would sell that to like 100 people, 200 people. And I've done that a couple times. So, but selling selling is the uncomfortable, but that's what I'm trying to get better at. That's honestly one of the whole reasons I'm doing what I'm doing, like with this thing, is to get better at something I'm not good at, which is marketing and sales. Right? I'm just not good at that. But I can't keep saying I'm not good at it. I have to grab myself by whatever urges me to move forward and move myself forward in something I'm not good at. You know, I used to not be good at coding. I used to not be good at, I don't know, short form content. I used to not be good at a lot of things. It is true though, dude. It is true. So crazy how simple things can make so much money. It's just in marketing though, dude. It's seeing a need and building an MVP version of it and marketing and selling like the crap out of it, right? Product market fit is the first thing. So WisprFlow found product market fit, right? They knew that, you know, the world of agentic coding, prompt-based coding, people didn't want to type 3 paragraphs anymore. They just wanted to make that text show up. And so it was a great idea. Wish I'd have thought of it, you know, back then. But yeah. All right, fam. 12:43. It's been a fantastic session. I've had a blast, actually. I've learned some things. We completed our goal, so I'm stoked. But with that, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to bid everyone adieu. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of the night. Hopefully whatever you're working on tonight also gets achieved, whatever goals you set out for yourself. And tomorrow we wake up and we rinse repeat on new goals and new achievements. So we'll see you boys later. We'll see you boys. Well, I'll be on tomorrow at some point. Yeah. So, all right, Kenneth, you've been a G. I appreciate you commenting and keeping me company. And vibing, hanging out, chatting back and forth. Always a good time. We'll see you, big dog. Peace.